Hi guys, and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you how to make your camera rotate based on advanced technique we used in a previous advanced video about cameras. So let's start it. We created a function called a set camera array. We literally just cut it and paste it here. Compile. There we go. So it takes a little bit of space here. So we will know what we're doing here. So if we're looking for we get a new camera, we're looking where to add it. Oh, set camera array. We go here, add it. Simple name, right? Simple name for simple action. Make it that everyone understand it. Okay, now we create even tick here, and that's what we're gonna use for our rotation of camera. It will be updated every tick in the game, and for rotate it we need actually access the spring arms of each camera. So how to do that? It's pretty simple. It's something like that, but way much easier. I'll show you. So we create new function, get, probably have already active spring arm, f get Steve spring arm. Yeah, there we go. And I show you, I delete that quickly. We add a new variable called active spring arm, and it have to be spring arm component, but object reference as a single, not as an array. Right, we want to set that. That's going to be at the end. But what we need to get our cameras, okay, for each break connected to our function, and then we do branch. We did previously is active. Lovely. Yes, got it so far. So we're checking which camera is active. Once it's active, we want to do that. Now from active camera, we want to get attached parent. So the parent of actual camera, in my case, always will be the spring, because nothing else above the camera. Okay, if you place like wheel here and then camera under the wheel, that's gonna be a little bit harder to do it. So you don't do that. Make sure you don't do that. I might have to set up that wheel again. So I'll quickly repair my wheel, add it to the socket. Front right, I believe that was it? Oh well, okay. Okay, there we go. We got it. Lovely. Sorry for that. Okay, so I just want to show you why it will work for me. If you have another parent of your camera before spring arm, it might actually not work that way. So this is only working when it's as I showed that way. Okay, then we want to cast it to spring arm, because we know it is spring arm anyway, but the code doesn't know that. It knows there is a parent and it knows what Ravelet is, but it's not referred as a spring arm object reference. It's just scene component reference. So we need to cast it to correct component we want. So we casted that and we connect it as a spring arm, set spring arm, set active spring arm, connect it or everything, and then we want to break our loop. That's going to be everything here, right? So we want to place it in two spots. First one will be event begin play. I'll show you why in a second. And another one will be at the end of camera changing function. I'll show you as well why to not place it at the first before actually setting active cameras. Connect it here. They have to be separate. At this point, they have to be separate here. You can just do it, connect to both of them, right? Like that, and it will work perfectly. But here they have to be separate as they're doing two different things. All right, we'll put that back here. Compile, save. If I run the game now, it won't actually do anything as the rotation doesn't exist yet. So what we're gonna do is create function rotate camera, and in this function we want to get active spring arm, get relative rotation. It's important to get relative rotation, not world rotation or absolute rotation, because it will make everything super baggy, right? Okay, so we break that rotator. Now from X axis, we make rotator. There we go, make rotator. And we want to access our spring arm somewhere here as well. And set relative rotation again, which is the new rotation here. Okay, super. And so we want to, you can actually do it your way if you want. I'll access it my Y and X mouse axis like that. Get mouse X, mouse Y axis, right? You can actually do it as an input in the project settings and it works exactly same, but I do it this way. So our Y is add and Y on the mouse. Same for Z, but it's actual X add, and we add it X to it. Okay. So we have our two functions to rotate our camera. It's not finished yet. Stay with me. Once we place it here on the event tick, every time it takes move, every single tick, it will be updated. So I hit the play. You see, I cannot move my camera yet. I press the plus, and you can see, oh, it rotates. Weird, but it does, okay? And only when I change the camera. That's the issue, which you will see here. First of all, in tone of errors, probably like, how many errors? 718 errors, just because of two things. First of all, at event being played, we won't get our spring active, which spring is active. Otherwise, only after changing their camera, we will know what camera is active, okay? And that will cause so many errors in our game. Second thing is, even I do that, okay, I can move my camera now. But if I change camera, you will see same things start happening, okay? And when I, actually it didn't create an error, but it did, all right? We have an issue that our camera doesn't work correctly as it intended to do. So that's why we don't set spring arm before we actually set active camera. So we set active cameras as we would love to. Okay, just make it nice, align. Clear code is it's important, so you understand what's going on. That here and that here. And those two ends are connected to actually getting active spring camera. Whoa, pardon me. I didn't want to drag it. Just leave it like that. Compile, save it. So as you can see, I can move my camera now. As many degrees I want, I can break it now. And on every single camera I have, I can actually use it, right? Yes, I can break cameras. So you don't want it. Okay, you don't want to break your cameras. Now I'll show you why is that happening and how to solve it. In our rotation, there's actual no like limitation. Wherever we move our mouse, our camera move exactly same. So we want to set our rotation clamps. We get a clamp on a float, because even it's an axis, it's still float. Make sure you connect it to the right spot, which is Y to Y and X to Z. Even though it's X axis, we're still working on a float number. Okay, connect it like that. Now we can set our maximum angle on the sides. On the side, like for example, right, left, or up and down. I do it 50 degrees for left and right for each side, because I set it up to 0 at the moment. This will allow me to move camera, sorry, up and down 50 degrees. Yes, so 50 here and 50 here. Save it, compile, play. So I can move it 50 degrees on each way, right? I cannot move up and down, there is no way. I can move it only sideways 50 degrees. If I set it, this one to 0, right, I'll be only able to move right, my camera, rotate right. I won't be able to move it left. I can't look on the left, because 0 is actually the middle point of a rotation. So it's when you get your camera, we're working on this one. This is the 0 point. This dot here is 0 point. 0 point on this angle, or whatever angle you're doing, right? So you don't want to set it to 0. Always have to be something like, if you want a 50 degrees, you have to be 50 degrees on minus and plus. So that will give you rotation to each. And same up and down, right? It works exactly same. If I set it to 0, I won't be able to move it more than 0, right? So you can see, that's nice. It works on all cameras exactly same. Okay, and that's the issue. We don't want to make it working exactly same on every single camera. But that we will focus on the next video, because it will take about half an hour to set it up. A couple things here, right? And also we might want to zoom in and zoom out our camera. So in order to do that, we get our camera, get target arm length. Now we want to set target arm length, right? And probably you want to use your mouse scroll. So mouse wheel axis. Ouch. Sorry for that. Something just stabbed me in the feet. And what we want to do, we want to add our mouse rotation to whatever it is arm length at this point. Add it and then set a new point, so we can scroll it in, scroll it out, our camera, zoom it in, zoom it out. Also, we want to clamp on this on a float as well, just to make sure, like for example, 10 is minimum and 1000 is maximum. So our, like, we can't go infinite in or zoom out, right? We want to clamp it as well. So you can see I can slowly, really slowly get there. What we want to do now is multiply that by minus volume. Why? Because actually scrolling down, it's zooming in. Scrolling up, it's zooming out. Some people like invert, I don't like, so I do it 20, minus 20. That will do. This value is always 1 or 0, right? Up, -1 or +1. Okay. So in this case, it will be 20. So 20 points, 20 units instead 1 unit at a time. So you can see I can move so much quicker. My camera zoom in and zoom out way much quicker this way. Okay. You can change it to whatever you want. If you want a handbrake, right? The smaller number is the not fast, slower it is, but also it can be a more smooth. Okay. But that's why I want to set it. And those values will work for every single camera you have at this point. So it will work inside of your vehicle. That will work inside, outside of your vehicle. That some cameras you don't want to move out at all. You just want to see them from the top. For example, I start it. Okay, I need to click it. This camera should be from a top view. So I want to see my car, my vehicle from top. I cannot see it because here on a yo, I set on a pitch, I said a minimum 10 degrees and a maximum 10 degrees. So the camera is limited. If I do it 0 and 0 here, you will see now the camera is also not where I want it. So what I want to do is go here, check the camera angle. Camera angle is, the spring angle is -90 on the pitch. That's what I want to put here, -90. And maximum is -90 as well. I don't want to be able to move that camera. So you can see each camera now, even the inside one, will be stacked like that. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to actually change those values. And you don't want to do it for every single camera. Right? This is not going to be convenient at any point to go and check each camera active. I can show you in this vehicle. So I've got my camera change. It goes changing the camera, getting active camera and stuff like that. But when I rotate per camera, where is the event tick, right? We got main rotation of camera. I have to actually check which one is active, do branches, and then rotate camera according to those. This one it's not a good one, this one is a better one to show it. Open in a new tab. Okay, I like it. Just open here. Yeah, as you can see, compile, save. Mouse, wheel, axis. I have to repair that because I delete that value. Okay, save, compile. Compile, save. As you can see here, I use a bit different. Exactly same branch thing, but for each camera I can set my own rotations on an axis Y, Z, and arm length. This is what we're gonna do, but in the next video I will show you how we do it with Arise, so it will be way much more automated. In this case, that's everything I want to show you in this tutorial. Now you can rotate your camera, you can play with values, whatever values you want in here. In the next advanced one, we will actually make it different for each camera as you would normally want to. So if I helped you, please leave a comment, like and subscribe. If any doubt or any issues, problems, or whatever you call it, just leave a comment as well and ask for help. I will definitely help you out. See you in the next video.